Hey babes, welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every day. Let's go.
Our first story is pretty big. It comes from Cointelegraph. Waiting for Alonzo, Cardano smart contracts creep toward full launch. So basically, without smart contracts, Cardano really isn't that great of a project. And it's been a long time coming with delay after delay for Cardano smart contracts to launch. Let's go ahead and first touch on the bullish fundamentals here, and then we'll talk about the timeline when it comes to Cardano and their smart contracts. From the article, according to data, nearly 72% of all ADA tokens are staked on the network, amounting to around 30 billion out of a roughly 42 billion market capitalization. This includes 2,745 active pools and a total of nearly 716,000 staked addresses. Fundamentally, this is very, very bullish, as about 72% of tokens are currently essentially locked up. So this makes me happy. However, let's talk about the timeline here. So Allegra, which was an update, went live on December 16th of 2020. And we're just kind of waiting for the Alonzo upgrade that was set to go live in August 2021. However, according to this article, there is an expected delay. The Alonzo upgrade is split into 3 phases: blue, white, and purple. Alonzo is for smart contracts, which is needed for ADA to be fully functional for their dApps, NFTs, and other aspects of the project. And again, Cardano is supposed to be a direct competitor of Ethereum. And Ethereum already has smart contracts and it's already functioning. Not the best, but they still are functioning. July 15th, the Alonzo testnet has forked from Alonzo Blue to Alonzo White. Alonzo Blue was available to a limited set of insiders. That aspect I don't like too much. I think everybody in the community should have access to this stuff. Another quote from the article: Alonzo White now allows operators of stake pools and network developers and 500 validators will be able to test this functionality going forward. The Alonzo White testnet is scheduled to run for a period of 2 to 4 weeks before transitioning to the final stages of the Alonzo update, purple. So there is more behind the tech, but realistically, in order for ADA, Cardano to survive, we need their smart contracts to launch so the ecosystem can be complete. This article was actually a very great breakdown of the different tiers that Cardano has, but it still can be a little bit complicated. Either way, let's take a look at Cardano's chart because I do hold some. This is the Cardano daily chart, and we're going to break it down very simply. Bottom support here is at about $1.07, and Cardano has held that ever since we had that pretty gnarly drop with Bitcoin. MACD is looking bullish, and price is doing incredibly well, kind of hanging on to this EMA 9 as support here. We're getting set to go ahead and test $1.34, which is also the upper band of the Bollinger Band. The reason why I wanted to show you guys the Bollinger Band is because the Bollinger Band has been contracting in this range from approximately 106 to about 136 with a high of 148. If we are going to get a breakout, which it's looking like we should get a breakout at about 134, we will test 150. If 150 breaks, we should get a nice clean sweep to approximately 187 as we are in an uptrend. But an issue that I'm a little concerned about is going to be about $1.50. An area for a bearish scenario would be a retest of approximately 132 or stagnation in this area and a drop back down to approximately 115 and 106, 105. If 105 breaks, then I would be a little bit concerned. Overall with Cardano, it should continue to perform well if Bitcoin does also. All right, babes, let's talk about a story that's got me a little heated. Senators add crypto taxes to infrastructure deal to raise $28 billion in extra revenue. An extra $28 billion for infrastructure. This was a last-minute addition to the bipartisan infrastructure deal via the United States Senate. Over here, according to the article, the proposal will implement tighter rules on businesses handling crypto, expanding reporting requirements for brokers, and mandate that digital asset transactions worth more than $10,000 are reported to the IRS. So, the reason why I personally think that they're doing this is because the government needs money, and they need it pretty fast, especially with all the crazy stuff that is happening in the United States with quantitative easing, with all of this other crazy stuff, especially inflation. We are not looking good right now, and it is also not looking good in other countries geopolitically as well. So the money raised on crypto taxes or from crypto taxes will be used to partially fund a $550 billion investment onto the transportation and electricity infrastructure. This is my problem. My problem is the United States government currently cannot even account for what the taxpayers are spending their money on. I have no issue paying taxes to fix things, but realistically, they're not showing where the money is going. It's going to these government hired contractors that are charging 3 to 4 times the amount that regular small business contractors would charge. Our money is not being spent correctly. I have no issue paying taxes, but I have an issue paying this. And I personally think if they are going to start taxing or use the $28 billion in extra revenue from crypto taxes to fund their infrastructure, they should utilize blockchain technology so we can see where all that money is going. Next. This is our Bitcoin chart here via the daily. And even though we have sustained beautifully well with not a whole lot of movement at approximately $39,000, one thing I will note is that we are pinching the upper part of the Bollinger Band, which is fine. However, sometimes when we get these pinches, we could expect a volatile reversal. Another thing I will say is we pinched the top of the Bollinger Band back December 15th of 2020 all the way to January 9th, 2020 for about a month before having a pretty wild correction, which we hit 42,000 and we dropped to approximately $29,000. So, will Bitcoin keep going up, or will we start to see a bit of a rejection, a pullback? Well, the SMA, which is the red line here, I know it's a little hard to see. Apologize, I'm in a hotel room. It's still shifting upward, which this is good. This is bullish. But if we do get a pullback, I would expect down to approximately 37.6, which is the top of the vibe and consolidate area. Taking a look at market cipher, we're looking okay. We are seeing a little bit of weakness on the daily. Taking a look at the 4-hour chart here, 4-hour chart is indicating that we could have a potential pullback. Either way, it shows me here that the pullback would be at about 37.7, which is the upper part of the vibe and consolidate range and where the Bollinger Band bottom line hits. That would be a bearish scenario. A bullish scenario would be for us to rocket past 42,000 and test 44.8. Right now, though, I'm feeling that we're going to do a little bit more sideways action, crab walking here between approximately 37.8 and 42,000. Again, 42,000, once we flip, it's go time. This is a beautifully bullish story. PayPal's crypto super app set to roll out soon. Dan Schumann said the project was already code complete and planned to be fully ramped in the United States in the next several months. They moved faster than Cardano. Just kidding, guys. Don't come for me. Anyways, PayPal reported that it had more than 400 million active user accounts as of June 30th, with 311 billion in total payment volume for the second quarter of 2021. This means that this amount of people will have access to crypto, which I think is absolutely amazing. As far as the super app from PayPal goes, it is a super app wallet and will feature high yield savings, early access to direct deposit funds, messaging capability, additional crypto capabilities, and more. Each wallet will be unique, driven by advanced AI and machine learning capabilities. This from PayPal, this wallet is a direct competitor with all other crypto wallet apps. It is going to perform amazingly well, and most people will gravitate towards PayPal as opposed to using existing apps or new apps. So crypto companies, you're going to have a lot of competition ahead, especially with the high yield savings. This next story here is from Cointelegraph, and it's about Erik Voorhees and his contempt for Bitcoin maximalists. I had Erik on my show, and we talked over here and we talked about Shapeshift. So Erik he's actually my favorite Bitcoiner. We talked about S coins, we talked about altcoins, and he pretty much said that S coins is a derogatory term for altcoins, and that altcoins do have valid utility. The quote that I want to speak on here, and this is about Bitcoin maximalists, they've spun themselves up into thinking that trashing these people is a virtue and it's helping Bitcoin. Frankly, I think it's kind of disgusting, and I was embarrassed. This is about his time at Bitcoin 2021. I agree with Erik 100%. Part of decentralization, part of freedom, part of being self-sovereign is not attacking other people. It's letting them do their thing, focus on yourself, and continue to build. Another bullish story here. Crypto user numbers double in 6 months. Research carried out by Crypto.com identified more than 220 million users of crypto by the end of June. This is massive, you guys. This is stating that the amount of crypto users has increased. This is just by Crypto.com. This isn't by any other platform. And I'm 100% here for it. Anybody that is saying crypto is gone or will not do well, they have no idea what they're talking about, and they are trying to shake you out. Keep doing what you're doing, practice risk management, and send it. This last story here is about Robinhood. So Robinhood's IPO launched today, and it hits 32 billion valuation ahead of 2.1 billion IPO. Shares of the highly popular crypto and stock trading app Robinhood will begin trading on NASDAQ later today. It is called Hood, which is actually pretty funny. One thing I will say though, in total, and again, this is from the article, in total, the company sold 55 million shares at 38 each, which is at the lower end of the previously expected range between $38 and $42 per share. This is probably because people are tired of Robinhood, and at one time they were a superpower. They did a lot of great stuff, but with all this recent market manipulation and these issues with crypto, them stopping deposits, withdrawals, all these crazy things trade, people are getting tired of it, and they can actually trade crypto on other apps. They don't need Robinhood to do so. Thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and set alerts. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.